Elliott Forrest here from WQXR. Joining me now is internationally known dancer and choreographer Mark Morris. Lovely to see you again. Thank you for joining me.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere, and I'm happy to see you. So thanks.
What we want to start with today is the Mostly Mozart Festival. As you know, it's not happening in real life at Lincoln Center this year, but WQXR is having a full festival. And you've had quite a background with it. I'm not even sure I know how far back you go with the Mostly Mozart Festival. Do you have any idea how far?
Well, I went to middle school with Mozart. So everybody's saying, oh, that's promising. It's true. It was very good. Well, let's see. I can tell you just a second. Okay, here's what I just learned. We have performed at Lincoln Center 20 times beginning in 1995.
Wow.
The previous century. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I have to consult notes because we've been so lucky and so happy to be going there forever. So let's say we're a little blue that it's not happening, but here we are. So, I mean, I have lots of details, but I have to consult a list to know all of that.
No, it's fine. And I know that I believe we are going to be featuring Allegro, or the music from it anyway, which was one of the dances that you had done there. Why was that special for you?
Because it's one of the best choreo musical experiences of many, many decades past. It's one of the great, and it's had a very long life. And we've done it at Mostly Mozart, and we were hoping to do it again because guess what? This is my leading up to my 40th year of my company. So it's like, what? So it's like, let's celebrate this. Here's one great way we'll do it. We'll do Allegro at Lincoln Center for part of Mostly Mozart in our 40th anniversary year. Guess again. So anyway, I'm spending my 40th anniversary year sitting here in this apartment, wishing that were happening. But you know, it's all, I didn't mean that to be too glib, except that it's a wonderful, wonderful dance, and to be able to do it in the wonderful, wonderful State Theater or at the Rose Theater where we also perform, you know, it's just so great, and the musical forces are fabulous, and you know, it's one of the big, big things. It wasn't co-commissioned by Mostly Mozart, which several pieces have been, but that was arrived intact. It suits the festival perfectly. It's a very, very popular piece with audiences, and you know, it's a music festival, and we have been part of it as a dance company for all of these years because I do music. You know what I'm saying? So I think we belong together, and obviously we have for a pretty long time.
You do focus so much. You talk so much about the music and being a musical person, as opposed to being, you know, not just, but to really focus on the physicality of dance. Clearly, the music really drives so much of what you do, it seems.
Well, I think that music and dance started almost at exactly the same time historically. And I've never thought otherwise. I'm interested in choreographing on account of music. I don't think it's interesting otherwise. And there are a lot of choreographers whose work I love who have a completely different relationship to music than I do, or no relationship at all. And it doesn't matter at all. I mean, I may be a throwback or whatever, but when I started my company in, let's say 1980, officially, I was doing something that not a lot of people were doing, you know, the divorce, the ugly divorce between dance and music that had happened a couple times over history in the 20th century. I wasn't interested in that. And I was always very, very in thrall of music. And I actually consider myself a musician. Yes, of course, I'm about music.
Just generally speaking, too, I looked up, you did the Trout, the Mozart Dances, a piece called 11 for the Mostly Mozart Festival. Just any other memories you have of any other Mostly Mozart Festival performances?
Well, the piece called 11 you're talking about was a big, big deal. It was a commission, and that was one movement of an evening-length piece called Mozart Dances. It's 2 piano concertos and the 2 piano sonata. That's the piece. So one piece is called 11, another is called 27, and another is called Double. And that was a big commission with Louis conducting, Louis Langret. But that was one of the big commissions that we've been doing. There've been lots co-commissions of operas and of big dances and things that we never ever would have had the the wherewithal to put together without the support of fabulous Mostly Mozart Festival.
I was looking up the history of your center because I remember when it started, and if you'd have asked me how long it's been there, I might have said 10 years. I would have been
Oh,
so totally wrong.
yeah, more
What
like 20 years.
almost 20, right? Does that when you round the corner in Brooklyn and look at that with your name, what do you think when you see your name on a building?
Oh, let's see. I like it. I think it's. I know where to go in. I know where the door is. Well, it's interesting. It's not like I'm Sears and Roebuck or something like that, but it kind of is. But I have to tell you that it's not what I aimed for. It wasn't the goal of my life to have a dance center, as we call it. But I wanted studios to rehearse in. I continue to be very pleasantly surprised that it's a big deal in Brooklyn. Right now, it's suspended. But I mean, there are loads of classes, and some of our programs, the program Dance for PD for people who have Parkinson's disease, our school, a bunch of outreach stuff are happening right now at full capacity for what we can handle on these media. The Parkinson's classes have increased enormously because it's gone worldwide, and people are taking these classes who not necessarily could they leave their apartments anyway. So that is fantastic. I'm very sad that we don't have all our classes and all of our rehearsals in the studios, but the place has become an amazing sort of neighborhood culture center. And so it's like the school is massive. Like the company's great, wonderful. We have these beautiful studios, and the rest of it has grown and grown. And there are classes of every type. But I was going to say, how do you feel when you look at your name on the building? People call the building Mark Morris, which is kind of a problem because I'm Mark Morris. So, I hear occasionally somebody say like, oh God, I'm late. I have to go pick my daughter up at Mark Morris. And I'm like, so people think I'm a building. It's like Grant's tomb. People think I'm a building. I'm not, but I have one that is open to everybody when it's open, and welcoming to everybody even when it's not open.
Your dance company, as you said, been around 40 years. The building, you as a building have been around almost 20. You have so much to be proud of, and I love spending time with you. It's been way too long. I appreciate you joining me today.
Well, we're done? I'm just getting warmed up. Mostly Mozart Festival is great. Long may it rain. How about that? And I'm very happy to talk to you too. I try to not know what I'm going to say when I answer. So there you go. I'm happy I didn't know what you were going to ask. That helps me a lot.
I'm not sure I knew either.
Exactly. Happy festival, everybody. You can do it. Okay, you bet. Thank you so much. Bye.